Right, everyone out there? HK Fanatic here. I'm going to film a clip on this watch I won here last week on an eBay auction. It's a Hampden pocket watch. Size is, if I'm correct, it's 5/0, or what they call 5/0/0. They base the sizes on how many millimeters it is across, or inches it is across the actual movement. So the dial pretty much takes up the entire movement, so you can pretty much measure that accurately with these. Okay, here is my other pocket watch, which this is just about a size 14. So you can see the difference. Now, when I got it in the auction, the owner didn't say anything about the size. I assumed it was at least a size 13 or 14, maybe 12, maybe. But the only pictures only showed it. Try to get the stupid camera set up here. Showed it with about this level of magnification here. So of course there was no chain hooked up to it. I added this chain just as a safety. There's no way to tell. But needless to say, the watch didn't work. But that being the case, it still was a good purchase because the watch is in very good shape. And monogrammed, of course, RM, whoever it belonged to. And it is a hunter case. So first, you can see, to be careful because I think this is a ceramic dial, so I want to be careful with it. There's no cracks in it. The hands are intact. See if I can switch this off here. The hands are intact. See there, it says Hampden on it. Both the minute and hour hand are both at 12, and of course the second hand with the indentations for the seconds at, 5, 10, all the way through to 60. Now, as I said, it's also a hunter case, so even the owner who had it didn't know that the front case opened, because all the pictures only showed it with the rear open, which may have been a reason he didn't show it with the front, because then you might have been able to have seen that it was a much smaller watch than it really was. He didn't give any dimensions on it, so that was kind of a dirty pool, I guess you could say, on his part. But as you can see, the jewels are quite evident. Let's see if we can take a look here. This has helped my magnification before. I'll get in here a little bit. As you can see, there's one of the jewels that goes over the third wheel. There's the jewel for the fourth wheel, and you can see the purple color coming off of it, indicating that there's a jewel present. And I looked even with more magnification, the 14 times magnifying eyepiece I use for coins and stuff, and you can see it's all the jewels there are intact with no cracks. Of course, there's the fourth wheel, there's the escape wheel, and there's of course the balance and the hairspring. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it from here at this angle, but I even looked in there and saw the palette and one of the palette jewels, so it appears to be intact. The balance turns, the watch won't wind, so I suspect the problem is with the mainspring and barrel assembly in here, but the crown turns through the unwind position with distinct clicks, and you can see the actual engagement, the gear that prevents the mainspring from unwinding. So I suspect the mainspring is sitting somewhere probably in that area right about here, just to the right of the center wheel. And there appear to be only 2 screws holding the movement to the body, and one of them is there and the other one's right there, which should allow me to remove the entire movement and the movement out of the watch itself along with the dial. And then when the rest of my tools come in, specifically the star hand remover, I can take off the hour, minute, and second hand and actually be able to very carefully take these sections apart and see exactly what the problem is, if I can. Now mind you, this is the first watch I've taken apart. I've been studying watch repair and quite familiar with the components and how some of the do's and don'ts that you should try to follow when you do that kind of work. But we'll see. I'm going to keep checking eBay, see if I can get me any other watches, because like I said, this one's still, considering being that it is 1905, 1906, it is an antique, and to pick it up for less than 30 bucks is not a bad deal for any collector. So again, this is a number one. It will probably be many by the time I'm done. So until the next clip, when I actually get my tools in, I'll film the one of me taking the movement apart and seeing if I can find the problem. So until that time, this is HK Fanatic. Out.